tonight we're going to talk about CoProduct 2. Now we've spent a lot of time the last couple of weeks talking about CoProduct 1. That's that low molecular weight polypropylene material that's kind of waxy, has unique properties that comes out of the extraction column. CoProduct 2 is different. CoProduct 2 is like solid material that we're removing from the polypropylene. It's things like other plastics. It's things like talcum powder. It's things like calcium carbonate. These are all materials that are added to the polypropylene making process when they make products that you use every day. And so in order to make ultra pure recycled polypropylene, we've got to remove all the co-products out in a really efficient way. Now, if you think about it, kind of the name of our game is how good are we at making CoProduct 1 and CoProduct 2. The better we make CoProduct 1 and CoProduct 2, the more pure the final product will be at PureCycle. Now, the good news about all of this is we're making CoProduct 1 and we're making CoProduct 2. There's no greater example of this process working effectively than seeing CoProduct 1 and CoProduct 2 made. Now, what we're working on with respect to CoProduct 2, which we described a little bit in a press release a couple weeks ago, is how to improve the capacity of removal from the process. When we initially designed this plan, we thought that this material would look like sand, and I kind of have some right here. And we make a lot of that kind of sand, actually. We make a lot of it. But what we didn't expect is some of the variation in product property with CoProduct 2. So if you look here, this is a good example. It's really light. It's like a super lightweight piece of CoProduct 2, and this is like a foam, okay? So this foam has a very low density. It has a fundamentally different property. It's crumbly, like I can break it. But it's different than the sand, and it has to be treated differently when removing it from the process. Now, what we definitely didn't expect were things like this. This is like a dinosaur bone. It's hard, it's dense, it's pretty heavy, and when you think about designing the process to purge all of this out of the system, you've got to have something that's robust enough to handle sand, foam, and dinosaur bones. So we remove it in a very manual fashion right now. We take all the CoProduct 2 through a vessel, out the bottom of the vessel, and it rolls through a couple valves, and it lands in this tray. Now the good news is we're able to successfully take CoProduct 2 away from the polypropylene. That's the most important step. The thing we're working on now is how to remove more and more of it on a more ratable basis. So all that material comes into this tray, we'll pull the tray out, we'll dump the tray into a container, and then we'll take samples of this material like this and like this. We're actually giving those samples to customers to see if they can find a home for it to upgrade it into a valuable product. So we've got a lot of good ideas on how to improve the capacity of CoProduct 2. We're working on those night and day, and we'll have a solution real soon.
PureCycle. One goal, a pure planet.